Hey guys, Mr. Winnie1235 here, yet again, giving you the answers for our 800 subscriber Q&A. Get me up to 900 and we'll do this all over again. I've got a ton of questions here. It gets a little bit harder each time, I notice. More questions start flowing in, the more people start watching. So that makes a whole lot of sense. So this is going to be probably a really long video, but I wanted to go ahead and get this out to you guys instead of having to wait like almost an entire month like we did the last one, because that was a bad time. But let's go ahead and get this done. First question, congratulations on 800 subscribers. Thank you. I hope that the channel can keep growing, and I can see that it has already. I'm getting like 15 new subscribers, so thank you guys for watching. Get me up to 900, and you can ask your questions. Let's see here. What do you expect from Linkin Park's new album, The Hunting Party? I was actually going to do like an entire video on this, but I guess I'll just explain it here. I am extremely excited for Linkin Park's new album. I think it comes out June 17th. Everybody was kind of getting sick of Linkin Park's new change. Ever since Minutes to Midnight, Linkin Park has been going through this phase where they kind of get more, they kind of get less into their new metal style like they were with Hybrid Theory and Meteora, and they've kind of been developing this more electronic turn sound, and I've been a fan of everything they've done. I don't hate a single album from them. Well, Minutes to Midnight is definitely a dud for me personally, but The Hunting Party, I think Misc said that this album is going to be like if they were able to re-record their first album again, and I think the single Guilty All the Same is a huge indication of that. I absolutely love that song. I love the name of the album, The Hunting Party. I don't know why. I think that's really interesting. But yeah, I'm extremely excited for this album. I think it's going to be a great return to form, the one that Linkin Park fans have been waiting for almost 6 years now. And I think it's going to be really awesome. I hope it's going to be like a new Meteora almost, because that is one of my personal favorite Linkin Park albums. So I'm extremely excited about it. I love the direction that they're going in with this album, kind of taking it back to the old school, the way that people have always been wanting it for a while now. So I think it's great. I think it's a good time for them to go back to, after having two electronically tinged albums, the last two records. Living Things was definitely trying to get back more into the rock sound, more than Thousand Suns did. But this album here is just going full back into nu metal. I hope there's a ton of rap from Misc. I hope, like I said, I just hope that it's a recreation of Hybrid Theory and Meteora. I think the fans deserve that. So, extremely excited. I watched your top 100 albums of all time, but you didn't have them in order to reveal your number one. So my question is, what's your top 10 or top 5 albums of all time in order? Oh my god. You see, there's a reason why in that video I had just a certain stack of albums that I couldn't order, because I can't say what my number one album is. It's really hard for me. Actually, I'll get right back. I'm going to go see if I can check out this video and see what did I say. Okay, well that video is not really going to help out a whole lot because my changes have evolved ever since last year. So I'm just going to give you a little list of albums here that I consider to be way on the top of my list of some of my favorite albums. So, you know, I don't know how many I have sitting here in front of me. I just went in there and grabbed a whole lot of albums that I consider to be some of the best in my collection. First of all, Gorillaz' Demon Days. It's what started my YouTube channel, so it's there. I mean, Gorillaz are my favorite band, so it's gotta be there. Sgt. Pepper's by the Beatles. Led Zeppelin 2. Unpopular opinion, but I love this one more than 4. Kanye West, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I know, blah, 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 blah. I listen to this album at least once a week. I cannot get away from it. It's so good. Yeah, I gotta be on there. Air's Moon Safari, a really down-tuned band, but some just beautiful, beautiful music. Love this album. In its whole, this album is just perfect. Uno Dos and Tre by Green Day. I have a whole lot of fun with these albums, and that's why they are on this list. American Idiot by Green Day, for obvious reasons. Dookie by Green Day, for obvious reasons. Nimrod by Green Day, for obvious reasons. Pretty Odd by Panic at the Disco, just for how musical it is and how fun the songs are. And it's just way high on my list and probably my favorite Panic at the Disco album. Right next to all their other albums. Panic at the Disco have created 4 flawless albums. I love everything they've ever done, but Pretty Odd is definitely my favorite just because of how musical it is. Little Hurricane's Homewrecker, I'm going to be reviewing their new album Gold Fever. That video should come out either tomorrow or the next day. My copy finally came in the mail, but that's really good blues rock. If you're a fan of the Black Keys or the White Stripes, check out this band. You'll love them. Homewrecker is a perfect album. Casey Elephant's Melophobia, still one of my favorite albums of all time after hearing it last year. One of my favorite albums of last year. I think it was my second favorite album of last year. But still love it to death. Still listen to it all the time. Listen to that. Mentioned this before already, but Linkin Park's Meteora, love it. Vampire Weekend's debut album, I think this is their best one, personally. Even though I also really love Contra and Modern Vampires of the City. I love all their albums, but I think their first one is still their best. And then I just had to throw in these other Beatles albums because I can't just choose that one. With the Beatles, their second album, the White Album, and Abbey Road. Like, if there was anything in this pile right here that you haven't heard, go listen to it. You'll love it. And if you don't, well, I'm sorry. Okay, let's keep going here. The next question is, what's your least favorite Beatles album excluding Yellow Submarine? Because that's not a legit album. Mine's probably Let It Be, still a killer album. I would have to say Beatles for Sale, if I had to pick one. It's probably the one that I listen to the least. I love all the songs on it, No Reply and Babies in Black and stuff like that. I just think more of their albums are more fun. Let It Be, I can definitely see why you would say that. If I couldn't pick Beatles for Sale, I'd probably say Let It Be. But I still love all the songs on both of those albums, so I don't know, I'm a huge Beatles fan. I love all their albums, totally. Let's see. Has anyone ever told you that you look like Paul Finch from American Pie? Oh, I do, don't I? I'm trying to bang Stifler's mom, I guess. No, but I get a whole lot that I look like Topher Grace. I look like Eric Foreman from That 70s Show. I got that a whole lot in high school, which was awesome because That 70s Show was one of my favorite TV shows of all time. Still is one of my favorite TV shows of all time, next to Breaking Bad. Let's see here. What's your opinions on Foster the People? I don't care for Foster the People. I couldn't get into the entire album Torches, and that's why I haven't reviewed Supermodel, because even the Coming of Age single, I could not get into that song either. I do not care for Foster the People. Barely at all, really. I mean, Pumped Up Kicks was great. Helena Beat was great. You know, Don't Stop. That was a really good song, but I couldn't get into Torches totally. I actually tried to get into the band because I like so many of the singles. But the album disappointed the hell out of me, and I just really did not care to listen to Supermodel. I don't know. I just don't give a fuck at all. Your opinion on Super Meat Boy? I've watched tons of people play it. I have not played it personally. It looks like fun. Looks kind of hard too. What's your favorite album from the Gorillaz? I would definitely have to say Demon Days, even though all of their albums are kind of in this tier for me where I kind of switch back and forth. It's really depending on my mood, really. If I want something a little bit more chilled out, I'll listen to their first album. If I want something a little bit more electronically tinged, then I'm going to listen to Plastic Beach. But Demon Days has a great kind of balance between the two, and it also has a darker tone to it, which I'm a huge fan of. And the album felt more concise and consistent. So probably Demon Days for sure. What's your best concert experience, and what was the first album you ever bought? My best concert experience was definitely when I saw American Idiot in 2005. I saw Green Day on their American Idiot tour, I mean to say. That was definitely a huge highlight. Whenever I watch the Bullet in the Bible DVD, I just keep on thinking back to that show that I was at and just how much fun it was. Second was definitely Gorillaz, just because that's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and not many people get to see the Gorillaz live. And I got to go to Madison Square Garden and see that show, and I saw Damon in the flesh and blood, and just, I don't know, it's just made my life right there, getting to see the Gorillaz live. So that was pretty awesome. Next up is Muse. I saw them September of last year We went to see their show. They played a whole lot of songs from the Second Law and stuff, and we were in the crowd. We were like way down in the down in the pit, I guess. And my God, did that just make the concert so much fun? Matt Bellamy was like right there in front of me, and it was just so awesome. So those are my top three for sure. I saw Queens of the Stone Age soon after that, but it was an outdoor venue, and I didn't care that much about that. But we're going to see Panic at the Disco in August. Woo! I haven't seen Panic at the Disco ever since they released A Fever You Can't Sweat Out, so I am super excited about that show. Okay, and what was the first album you ever bought? I can't remember the first one I ever bought with my own money. I'm sure it was a Weird Al Yankovic album, because he was the only artist I was into in my younger years. I remember the first album ever given to me was Running with Scissors by Al Yankovic, so I collected a ton of his albums, so I'm pretty sure that one of my first albums that I bought myself was Weird Al Yankovic. Do you taco or burrito? You know, I bring this up to my friends all the time when we go eat Mexican food. I'm like, you realize that Mexican food is all the same shit? Like, what's a burrito? It's a tortilla with cheese, meat, and vegetable. Oh, okay. What's a taco? It's a tortilla with cheese, meat, and vegetable. What's an enchilada? It's a tortilla with cheese, meat, and vegetables. But if you're gonna make me pick, I'm definitely a taco person. I love the taco. The real one and the female one. What's your favorite Beatles album? Oh my God, do not ask me this question. My favorite Beatles album. Oh my God. Oh, it's either gonna be the White Album or With the Beatles or Sgt. Pepper's or Abbey Road. Just pick one out of those four. Consider that my favorite. Ah, shit. If I had to pick, I'll say the White Album just because it has 30 songs on it. And that's awesome. Will you be bringing back your classic album reviews? I haven't really thought about it, honestly, but if you want me to, I'll bring those back. There's a few more albums I could talk about for that series, I suppose, so. Yo, Mr. Mooney, you gotta check out Rumsprigg's album Sway. They have been compared to Little Hurricane. Can't wait to see what you think about the album. I actually checked out a little bit of that after you suggested it to me, and you're right. I can definitely see why people would associate them with Little Hurricane. I really dug it. I really dug what I heard. So thanks for suggesting that to me. It's really, really cool. Really good sound to them. Are you a fan of Graham Coxon's solo records? I have actually never listened to a Graham Coxon solo record. I should get on that though, because I know that he's like more experimental with his guitar music. I do know that much about him. So yeah, I should check that out probably. If you had the option of seeing the Beatles, all four members once, or being able to go to Green Day concerts free for the rest of your life, which one would you choose? I would definitely choose getting to see the Beatles. Because, like, sure, Green Day, all the Green Day concerts might be free, but if they don't come to my region of the country, or come to my state, or something like that, there's no way I'm going to drive or fly to wherever they're performing just to get in the concert live. And the Beatles, man, seeing them live and being in the middle of all that yelling and screaming, that would be annoying and so much fun at the same time. So, yeah, definitely go see the Beatles instead of free Green Day concerts forever. But, that was a damn good creative question, though. I really like that one. Do you think Blink-182 have gotten too old and tired to much anymore? Because personally, I think they have. And also, who do you think should have fronted Nirvana for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing? Yeah, Blink-182 are getting to that age where they need to just stop singing about their teenage angst and shit like that. I mean, people say that about Green Day, and I can understand that too. They're reaching their mid-40s, and then you hear a song like Troublemaker from the trilogy, and it's like, what are you doing? But I still have a whole lot of fun listening to those records, so their age really doesn't bother me that bad. I liked Neighborhoods, the latest Blink-182 album. I enjoyed that, but I personally don't really care if they ever release anything ever again. I know this is an unpopular opinion, but I think Blink-182 are a tiny bit overrated. I don't understand why people go so crazy for them, but to each his own. And who do you think should have fronted Nirvana for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing? I actually didn't get to see that, but I heard a whole lot about it. I personally think Dave Grohl should have sang. I know that'd be hard since he's the drummer and all that, but I think when I'm trying to think of somebody who has the same angst as Kurt Cobain would, I think Dave Grohl would have been one that could have pulled that off pretty well. That's just in my mind. I don't know how they would have done it, but I just feel like that would have been the best choice because he was in the band. He knows the songs. Um, I don't know. I think didn't he do a cover of Breed at one point? Maybe that was somebody else. I don't know. Whatever. What band or song or artist did you like at first but then started getting tired of after you heard it so many times? Well, the song Happy by Pharrell Williams, I don't know about where you're from, but the radio here has been playing that song constantly. It's turning into freaking Achy Breaky Heart around here. How many freaking times you hear Happy? Every single hour of the day, people are playing freaking Happy all the time. I like that song, but you're really depressing me now. I mean, it's just going on way too long. Whatever. It's just a personal thing. Also, Owl City, probably. I mean, like, I like Owl City, and I like Ocean Eyes. I even like the Midsummer Station from a few years ago, and if he released anything else, I'd probably listen to that too. But Owl City has just been kind of like, I'm finding better things. I'm finding better chill music to listen to, especially like hip-hop and drum grooves like La Orange or frickin' DJ Shadow, his introducing album. Stuff like that I find is a lot better to chill to almost. But I don't know. I like his sound, but he's just not someone I listen to that much anymore. Do you think Gorillaz will ever come back and make a new album someday in the future? I sure as shit hope so. I hope it doesn't turn into this thing where Damon keeps on saying over and over again about how he's going to make a new Blur album. I mean, I remember when he teased that like last year. I made a video about it. And nothing ever came from it. He keeps going back and forth about saying that he's going to release a new Blur album. So, I mean, I pray to God that Gorillaz release something new. At least give us the frickin' P-sides, C-sides, the frickin' B-sides album for Plastic Beach. At least give that to us. There were so many songs that people were dying to hear, and they just didn't release them. You release G-sides, you release D-sides, but you're not going to release the B-sides for Plastic Beach. That is bullshit. And I know he put out The Fall, but there's no way The Fall is going to replace the P-side sessions or the Plastic Beach sessions, whatever. That's just bullshit. He needs to put those songs out. It's just not fair. I know he used a few of them for that Dr. D opera thing that he did, but come on, man. Put out the B-sides for Plastic Beach. It's such bullshit. Do you listen to Drake? No. What do you think of this year's Warped Tour lineup, and do you plan on doing a date for it? No. I mean, I've never been to Warped Tour, ever. That would be cool, but I don't know. I haven't even seen the lineup for it. What's your favorite punk rock style bands? Punk rock. Let's see. I really like the Sex Pistols, the Clash, Old School Green Day, the Dead Kennedys, Off. I don't really enjoy some of these bands like full albums, but I enjoy some select songs from them, I guess I should say. Punk rock is not exactly my forte. List your favorite unknown bands. This is going to go on a little while. You can go by your own opinion if you think that these are underground or not, because I just really don't know what people would consider underground, especially the people who watch me. So, whatever, I'll just name off things that I personally think are underground. Rival Sons, Pressure in Time, this is an amazing album. Deerhoof, Breakup Song, this is a really good record from about 2 years ago. Migrant by the Deer Hunter, this album actually got recommended to me on here last year, and so I guess it's not really that unknown, but I didn't hear anything about them beforehand, so love this record. I can't forget about Caravan Palace, definitely one of my favorite unknown bands in my collection. Unknown over here anyway, Kari Pamu Pamu, this is the Nanda collection, you should check this out if you're looking for some Japanese pop music that's really bubbly and happy. Lone's Galaxy Garden, this is an electronic artist. He's actually coming out with a new album this year, so I might be listening to that, might be reviewing it, I don't know. Galaxy Garden is amazing though, definitely check this one out. Emancipator from Dusk Till Dawn. I enjoy all of Emancipator's albums, but this one's definitely my favorite, so check that one out. Bond, Classified. These chicks are a quartet and they play some amazing classical music paired up with some electronics and vocals, and I think it's just beautiful, and these chicks are hot and they can play good music. Definitely get the Unclassified though, I think it's their best. Mogwai, this is their newest one, Rave Tapes. Really enjoyed this record. I enjoyed their album Hardcore Will Never Die, But You Will a little bit more than this, but Rave Tapes is still good as well. Timbre Timbre, Hot Dreams. This is a really good album from this year. I just now got into Timbre Timbre really with this album, but I've really been enjoying what I hear so far. The really creepy, really iconic vocals on here. Just really good album, pretty cool band. Shiny Toy Guns. I enjoy all three of their albums, really. This is We Are Pilots, though, their first album. But I would listen to their whole discography if you haven't heard of Shiny Toy Guns. Really cool band, really cool electronic rock music. Smoky Bandits, these guys are from Greece, I believe, and they play electronic, kind of multi-instrumental music with kind of a western flair to it. There's a whole lot of things in here that remind me about like riding horses through a Mexican desert, and it's just really cool music going on in this thing, so definitely check that out. I don't know if Air is underground, but Air, I would say, I enjoy. I have Moon Safari, Love To, Pocket Symphony, and their newest one, L'Vorets dans la Lune. They're a French band. They play really cool, quiet, sleepy music. There's a few more albums that I want to collect from this band, by the way, but Moon Safari is definitely my favorite from them. And last, I would say the Avalanches, Since I Left You. I recently just reviewed this. But really cool album, electronic music, every song flows together. Just really fun record, so check this one out too. What is your favorite band of all time? Gorillaz. If it wasn't for Gorillaz, I wouldn't have started this YouTube channel talking about all these other bands, so I'd have to say Gorillaz. That's what started it all, really. The Beatles are a close second, though. Favorite Green Day song of all time? Mine's Basket Case. That's cool. I would have to say, if you held a gun to my head and told me what is your favorite Green Day song, I would probably have to say Jesus of Suburbia. Simply because of the lyrical content, the flow of that song, the different segues and stuff like that, just makes for a really awesome, epic song that just can never be forgotten. And if I had to say it, probably Jesus of Suburbia. I know a whole lot of my friends say Homecoming, but I still think Jesus of Suburbia is the superior opera-type song on American Idiot. So probably that, Jesus of Suburbia. How many CDs are in your collection? At the last count, when I was making that 100 favorite albums video, I think I still had about 200 left over, so probably a little over 300. Not that many at all, really. There's a few more albums that I have just downloaded on my iTunes that I can't really show, but yeah, pretty small ass collection of about 300 albums, really. Favorite Blink-182 album? I know I said they were overrated, but I mean, I really like Take Your Pants Off and Jacket. I think that's a pretty energetic record. Definitely not frickin' Neighborhoods, though. Your thoughts on The Hunting Party? Do you think it'll match up to Hybrid Theory and Meteora? The way they're talking, it's going to match up. So I kind of already answered this, but yeah, I think it'll match up pretty good. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see. It's going to be really interesting to see. Favorite Korn albums? I can't answer this because I just don't listen to Korn. I know that Path of Totality that they made with Skrillex kind of went awry. Nobody really liked that. Whatever. What do you think of Weezer and Nirvana? I love Nirvana. I even like Bleach, their first album. I think Bleach kind of matches up really good with Nevermind. I don't care for In Utero that much. I know that's a really huge unpopular opinion. So many people say that In Utero is like their magnum opus. But I still think Nevermind's better. And Weezer, I could honestly take or leave Weezer. I know everybody like gushes all over the Blue album, and yeah, it's good, but I just, God, I feel so singled out when I do this type of stuff. People talking about these huge, big-time albums that I'm just like not that into, really. I actually had a copy of Make Believe, though, back when Beverly Hills came out a long time ago. What's your favorite Green Day song off of each album, and then what's your favorite song by them altogether? Well, I already said that my favorite Green Day song of all time is Jesus of Suburbia. So, let's see here. If we're going by album, let's see. Okay, 39 Smooth, might have to say At the Library. Kerplunk is definitely Who Wrote Holden Caulfield. Dookie might actually be Burnout. I'm not even kidding. On Insomniac, I'd definitely have to say Babs Uvula Who. Nimrod is Hiskira, or however the hell you say the name of that song. Warning is Castaway, easily. American Idiot is Jesus of Suburbia. 21st Century Breakdown is definitely probably Peacemaker. Uno is Let Yourself Go. Dose is probably Lazy Bones. Trey is probably Missing You. So yeah, there you go. That's a pretty good. I mean, I don't know if that's right or wrong about that, but I feel really strongly about all of those songs. So there you go. What are the most played songs on your iTunes? Oh god, this will be interesting to see. Okay, well this top 25 list makes it look like I don't listen to fucking anything else but certain bands. Dramaphone by Caravan Palace, Give Life Back to Music, The Game of Love, Within, Get Lucky, Beyond, all by Daft Punk, Black Skinhead by Kanye West, Ninja Bang Bang and Invader Invader by Kami Parapamu, Keep Your Eyes Peeled, Sat by the Ocean, Vampire Time of Memory, If I Had a Tail, My God Is the Sun, Collapse, Your Fair Weather Friend, Smooth Sailing, I Appear Missing, all by Queens of the Stone Age, Obvious Bicycle, Unbeliever, Step, Diane Young, Hannah Hunt, Hey Ya, all by Vampire Weekend. I don't understand, but apparently I listen to the hell out of all those songs. What are your favorite mainstream songs on the charts right now? Well, I really liked Happy for a while. I don't really pay attention a whole lot to the charts or what's in the top 40, so I can't really answer this really well. I know there's a whole lot of drama going on right now about that Avril Lavigne video, Hello Kitty or whatever. Like, what the hell happened to her, dude? I thought she was like some fucking tough-ass chick, and now she's doing this cutesy fucking song. And the video is fucking retarded. I can get why YouTube took it down within a few minutes of uploading it. It's just, it's dumb. What do you think about the new Cloud Nothings record? I've heard a little bit of that record, and I kind of enjoy it, really. Just really cool guitar music. I can't really give a strong opinion because I haven't heard the whole thing, but I like what I've heard. What's your favorite song of all time? I don't think... I'm sorry, I'm not answering that. I don't know. Any advice for new reviewers? Update regularly. I don't update enough. And also, listen to top 40 stuff. Listen to a whole lot of really big-time mainstream albums and give your opinions on them like as soon as they come out. Because if you don't, you're going to get left behind. That's probably why I don't have that many subscribers, because I don't review everything that comes out, and I don't review a ton of really big-time mainstream albums unless I'm already a huge fan of them. You're just going to have to be really open. So, there's some things that I just really don't have an interest in talking about, and people always beg me for them, and I just can't bring myself to do it because I don't care. And, but hey, I think some people subscribe to this channel are attracted to me saying this, so that's a good thing. But it's definitely not a way if you want to rise to the top pretty quick. But people have been giving me a whole lot of good input, especially on that Sin of Envy video I did talking about how I feel like my channel doesn't really go anywhere. They give me a whole lot of support, and I'm really happy to have the people who do watch me. I love all you guys, and you make this fun. What's your opinion on the new Michael Jackson album? Can you believe some people still think he's alive because he released this Escape album, or Experience, or whatever the hell it's called? I haven't listened to it yet because it's not available, but I'll try to listen to it just out of curiosity to see what he had in the archives. I mean, Jimi Hendrix released a new album like 2 years ago, didn't he? Like, how do people still think he's alive? That's the dumbest thing ever. He just had unreleased songs. That's it. It's just funny as hell. Do you believe we'll ever see another Blink-182 record? Probably. If they came together and did Neighborhoods, I don't see why they couldn't come together again, but I don't really care myself personally. What do you think Green Day should do for their next album? You know, this is a damn good question. Me, personally, I feel like Green Day could do whatever the hell they wanted because, you know, I enjoy their old stuff, I enjoy the rock operas, I enjoyed Uno Dos Tre, and I will enjoy whatever sound or direction they probably take next, unless they go, like, straight up, like dropping everything and just, like, big time changing their sound. Then that's going to be, like, a really polarizing thing, but I'm just good for Green Day doing whatever the hell they want to do next. It would be really cool if we could see another really stripped down record. If they put out Demolicious and they see how big of an impact Demolicious had on the fans, how much they love those versions more than the clean studio recordings, then maybe they'll release an album that has the same type of sound as Dookie. And if they did that, that would be explosively awesome. I would love to hear another old school style Green Day record, but who knows? We'll see. Probably have to say old school Green Day record if I was going to pick them. I think I just made my mind up right there. After 2 disappointing Coldplay singles, what are your expectations for Ghost Stories? I've actually really warmed up to the songs Midnight and Magic. I didn't think I ever would, but I actually really like those songs now, and I'm actually looking forward to Ghost Stories. I feel like Ghost Stories is going to be a very emotional, very slow record, something that's really going to kind of warm the heart. So I'm looking forward to listening to that and reviewing it. I'm definitely going to be reviewing the new Coldplay album. I'll just say it right now. Dookie or American Idiot? Probably Dookie still, just because I feel like it's more classic and more fun. If Kurt Cobain was still alive, do you believe the rock music scene would be better? Who's to say? You know, I don't know. Like, who knows? Nirvana could have faded into obscurity if they kept on going, if he never killed himself. Or they could have joined the entire movement and Nirvana might have released a dubstep song. I don't know. That would have been crazy. So I don't think that the rock music scene would be better, honestly, because who knows what would have happened, you know? I don't know. Do you ever get annoyed at first comments? Not really. I mean, they seem kind of pointless, but no, not really. What's the greatest album ever recorded? The White Album or Sgt. Pepper's, I guess? I don't know. There are so many things in this world that I haven't heard. There are so many things in this world you haven't heard. There are so many things that nobody has ever heard yet in this world that could be the greatest thing ever recorded. So this question is a little obscure and a little impossible to answer. What's the most disappointing album? I'll tell you one of the ones that were most disappointing to me. That freaking Battle Boy record by The Killers a few years ago. That album sucked ass, and it still sucks ass to this day. I had so many freaking haters on that video. I do not like Battleborn by The Killers at all. I hated that album. It's so dumb. There were like 2 songs on it that I really liked, maybe 3, but as a whole I was so disappointed, and I was so excited for that album for the longest time, but it sucks. Who's the most overrated band or artist? U2. I don't understand why everybody loves U2 so damn much. I don't care about U2. I don't care about U2 at all. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Get me up to 900 and we'll do this all over again. I'll be right back with a review of the brand new Little Hurricane album, Gold Fever. I know none of you care, but I do, so I'm going to talk about it. Mr. Booty 1, 2, 3, 5, I'll see you guys later.